When the Golden State Warriors made a bold midseason splash last year, acquiring Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler, it sent ripples throughout the NBA landscape. Pairing Butler with the franchise's cornerstone, two-time MVP Stephen Curry, the Warriors clearly signaled they were in win-now mode, hunting for that elusive playoff breakthrough. Fast forward to the present, and whispers around the league suggest the Warriors aren't done with their off-season maneuvering. After all, the NBA's trade market is a jungle, and Golden State is poised to stalk it again in search of another transformative star to complement their championship window. Last season's gamble paid immediate dividends. The Warriors stormed into the playoffs with renewed fire, riding the momentum Butler brought to chase center, but the dream was cut painfully short. Curry's hamstring injury in Game 1 of the second-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves proved catastrophic. Without their offensive maestro at full strength, Golden State sputtered, falling in 5 games to the surging Timberwolves and abruptly ending their title chase. Since then, both Curry and the Warriors' front office have openly admitted that their championship clock is ticking fast. The collective belief, the team's remaining true title window, is roughly 2 years. That timeline corresponds exactly with the remaining contracts of Curry, Butler, Draymond Green, and critically, head coach Steve Kerr's tenure. The urgency is palpable. But here's the burning question hanging over the Bay Area. Does this Warriors roster, as currently constructed, still possess the firepower and depth to contend at the highest level? The answer is far from clear. The core still boasts undeniable star power and championship experience, but it lacks the consistent versatility and defensive grit required to overcome the new generation of powerhouse teams. Insiders and league watchers alike anticipate Golden State will chase a blockbuster deal this offseason. The team is targeting a superstar on the scale of Kevin Durant, the former Warrior they tried to reacquire in February, or potentially a Titan like Milwaukee Bucks' Giannis Antetokounmpo, whose availability could surface either this summer or around next year's mid-season trade deadline. Landing a player of that caliber would shake the NBA landscape to its core, but it comes with a steep price. The Warriors would likely need to part ways with a significant salary piece to make the numbers work, and Jimmy Butler's contract could become the linchpin in such a transaction. Yet, navigating these blockbuster trades is a labyrinthine puzzle. The Warriors' front office will have to balance matching salaries, maintaining roster flexibility, and preserving the core's chemistry. That's where their younger wings come into focus. According to Bleacher Report's Dan Favale, who analyzed Golden State's trade landscape on June 21st, Moses Moody stands out as the most probable trade candidate this summer, edging out Jonathan Kuminga in the process. Favale's reasoning is straightforward but compelling. Moody's contract, 3 years for $37.5 million, is eminently digestible for teams looking to add a promising 3-and-D wing. This type of contract offers an ideal blend of cost-effectiveness and potential upside, especially in today's market where wings who can defend multiple positions and shoot from deep are coveted. Meanwhile, Kuminga, another young wing with tantalizing upside, is viewed differently by the Warriors and the league. His situation leans more toward a sign-and-trade possibility come early next winter, rather than an immediate trade chip. This distinction stems partly from how the Warriors view their development timeline for Kuminga, envisioning him as part of their long-term core once he gains more seasoning. Favale notes that Moody's playoff performances suggest head coach Steve Kerr still doesn't fully trust him in critical moments. This tentative relationship casts doubt on Moody's standalone value within Golden State's rotation. But that very uncertainty makes Moody a logical trade candidate, young, cheap, and with untapped potential that other teams might be eager to harness in a more prominent role. Moreover, Moody's contract flexibility could serve as a key asset to sweeten a potential deal, especially if Golden State bundles him with other pieces or draft assets to snag a true superstar. To recap, the Warriors are at a crossroads. They need to decide how to best navigate their limited championship window while balancing the present with the future. The front office knows that simply standing pat won't cut it. Aggressive moves are coming, and the trade market will be their hunting ground. If Golden State hopes to compete with powerhouses like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, or a reloaded Phoenix Suns, they must add that game-changing wing or forward who can complement Curry and Butler while shoring.